Hello there, Riderflex Nation. Steve Urban here with more career advice and job interviewing tips for you. And as a quick reminder, if you enjoy our podcast, please remember to subscribe to our channel and like the episodes. Hello, Riderflex Nation. Steve Urban here again with another awesome tip for you. And this time it's going to be a great example of how to manage recruiter relationships. This is a real example. I'm not going to use the real person's name. And in fact, this has happened several times. Okay, there's several people that actually fit into this bucket. So for this example, we'll call him Johnny because I like to use Johnny for these stories. A perfect example of how you manage a recruiter relationship to benefit you down the road. Okay, Johnny was one of the finalists that we sent to a client. Okay, when we get a gig from the client, we go through a bunch of people and we end up picking 3 what we call finalists to put in front of the client. They're all great. Any of them could do the job. The client meets with all 3. They pick the one they want. Okay, in this case, Johnny was not picked. Okay, and here's what Johnny did. Afterwards, Johnny called and emailed both to say, you know what, Steve, I really enjoyed my experience with Riderflex. Really appreciate you putting me through as a finalist. I hope we can stay in touch, and please consider me for future opportunities. He reached out. He's the one that kept the relationship warm. Now, here's the kicker, right? A month later, after that initial, blast of him not getting the job, a month later, he calls me again. Hey, just checking in. Wanted to see how things were going. Hey, I landed another job somewhere else, but boy, I want to stay in touch with you. And by the way, can we get together for happy hour? Folks, that's exactly how you do it. By the way, I'm not asking all the candidates that didn't get a job to call me and take me to happy hour. Okay. The point is, even when you don't get the job, okay, don't just blow off the recruiter. Don't just, stop making contact. Don't get pissed because you weren't selected by the client. If the recruiter sent you to the client, that means they loved you, okay? They thought you could do the job. You just didn't happen to get picked. So, man, once you've gone that far down the path of building a relationship with a recruiter to where they feel comfortable enough with you to put you in front of a client, man, keep that warm. Keep contacting that recruiter. Reach out to them at least once a month or so just to see how it's going, because guess what? When they need somebody that has your skill set and your function, they're going to call you first, okay? It's going to give you more opportunities for the future. And that happened with me this week. It's happened many times before, but I wanted to share that story with you because that's how you do it, okay? Don't just leave the recruiter out in the cold or blow the recruiter off. These people can help you down the road if you build the right relationship with them. And there is my tip of the day, folks. We truly hope you find our material helpful and entertaining. And while our podcast can be heard across most platforms, including iTunes, Google Play, Spotify, YouTube, and SoundCloud, you can become a supporter of this podcast by visiting our show on the platform Anchor FM. That's anchor.fm/Riderflex. You can also send us your questions or suggested topics for future episodes to the email address podcast@riderflex.com. Or drop us a voicemail at 888-964-5876, extension 710. Visit riderflex.com to learn more about us. Thanks so much for listening, folks, and have a great day.